In this video, I'll show you a walkthrough of the live map of an adsb feeder based on the adsb.im feeder image. In the previous videos where I showed you how to build and install an adsb feeder, we named our feeder My Feeder. So myfeeder.local is how you get to your feeder homepage. On the feeder homepage, there is a button for the live map. Let's click that, and it will get us to the map that shows us the planes that are in the sky around our feeder. As you will see in the video, there are these circles around your home location. So these circles indicate the distance from home, so 50, 100, 150, 200 nautical miles. As you see on the screen, the icons for the planes have different colors. These colors are an indication of the altitude at which the planes fly. Dark oranges are low-flying planes, 500, maybe 1,000 feet. And those you only see relatively close to your antenna. As you then go into the yellows to the greens, you are looking at planes flying at maybe 10,000 feet, the blues 20 to 30,000 feet, and then the purples and pinks go 35,000 all the way to 40,000 feet. As you can see on the screen, when you hover with your mouse over a plane icon, you get a tooltip window that gives you information on that flight. And if you then click on the plane icon, you actually get a sidebar with even more information. Often it has a picture of the plane, it has information about the plane type, ownership, and for commercial scheduled flight, often it shows you the route that this plane is scheduled to fly. And below that, there is more information about speed, altitude, direction, and where the plane actually is in space. The icons that you see on the screen will give you an idea of what type of airplane you're looking at. Maybe a larger jet, or a smaller turboprop, or even a single engine plane or a helicopter. The combination of the icon and the color, which indicates the altitude at which the plane is flying, will give you a good idea of what's above you in the sky. Here on the right, you have a list of all the flights that are visible from your feeder, and you get a lot of information about them. You see the flag, so the nationality, you see the type of aircraft, you see the route if we have it, and you can get an overview of what is there here, total number of planes, total number of messages that we've received for them. And there's an interesting feature to filter your planes. For example, you can say, I only want to see low-flying planes, so these are likely planes close to you. Here we filter to a maximum altitude of 10,000 feet, and you can see only those planes shown. So if you click the filters button again, the filters disappear and you're back to the plane list. Another interesting feature of the map is that dark green solid zigzag line that shows you the outline of where in the last 24 hours around your antenna you've seen planes. A lot of people would like to know how far they should expect to see planes, and if we go back to the feeder homepage, we can select the map options, where we have a number of options like using the route API to show flight routes. But what we're focusing on now is the Hey, What's That interface, which allows us to get this theoretical outline of where we should be able to see these planes. So let's click on the Hey, What's That link, and the website will open up, which allows us to create a new panorama specific to the location where this feeder is. So we enter an address or a description of the feeder location. So this one is at the Everett Community College. And then we click on Find to search for that location, and it will hopefully find it, and it will give us the exact latitude and longitude, or we can enter those directly. And then if we scroll down, there is the ability to set an elevation above ground. So this one is about 50 feet above the ground. Next, we enter a name for that location and click Submit, after which it takes a few minutes to create the profile information, which we'll skip here in the video. Once the system comes back, it will show us a panorama 360 degrees around the antenna, and it will show us the mountain peaks and the profile of the area around us. This is all massively exaggerated in its vertical scale to give us an indication where obstructions are. More importantly, there is a panorama ID that we should copy so we can use it for our feeder. We return to the map options, enable Hey, What's That, and copy the panorama ID into the input field, and then click Apply Settings so that the panorama is used. After a little wait, the feeder homepage will come back, and we now need to wait a moment for the map application to start again. But after a few seconds, we can click on the live map button, and now we see the updated live map that not only shows us the plane and the actual range, but it shows us these thin colored lines that give us the theoretical range. So orange for the very low flying planes under 1,000 feet, 5,000, 10,000, 20, 30, 40,000 feet. And so this gives us the theoretical range of where we should be able to see planes at the various altitudes. Occasionally you will see situations like here where the actual range is further out than the theoretical range, which just means that there were likely planes higher than 40,000 feet that we were able to see at this spot. I hope this video gave you a good idea how to get started with the live map of an ADS-B feeder. Let me know in the comments below which other features of the map systems I should make videos about.